Good evening and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. How is everybody this evening? I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a chance to paint up some minis or play some games. So tonight you join me for another special Tabletalk interview, and this evening we'll be joined by one of the co-designers of the game Aristeia, Jesus Fuster, who will be talking with us about how the game was created, what potentially are the best players or the best tactics cards, and maybe we'll get some teases for what the future of the game might hold. We will have to see. So let's say hello to the chat. Good evening, Snowyak and Pascal and Super Sarah. Hello, Lornor, and hello, Roadrunner. Welcome to the channel. New to the channel, but a veteran Aristeia player, so that's great. You're exactly the type of person we want on here. The game is new to us, so you can be shouting about how awesome it is. All right then, so I guess as people get sort of settled in, of course, if you have any questions for Jesus this evening, then please do just write them in the chat and I will relay them over. All right then, so here we go. So I'd like to welcome then Jesus Fuster, co-designer of Aristeia, to Monkeys with Fire. Welcome.
Hey, how you do?
I'm very good. I can see you're sporting a very nice Aristeia shirt there.
Yeah. I'm wearing the official T-shirt of staff, Aristeia staff.
Excellent, yes. Well, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Of course, the nature of the game being a sports type of game, then of course, yes, having all of the merchandise, the T-shirts, it's all very fitting.
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. So as I say, anybody in the chat, if you have questions to Jesus as we're going through learning about the game, then please just relay them in the chat and I will pass them over. So, of course, thank you so much for coming onto the channel this evening and sparing the time for us.
No, thanks to you to offer me the opportunity to chat with new people and to chat with Roadrunner. Is a veteran friend of us. And so, hello, Roadrunner.
Well, it's good. It's good to always have a friend in the audience.
Yeah.
So something that I always ask whenever we have a guest on the channel is just to get a little bit of an understanding of their background in regards to tabletop gaming, fantasy material, things like that, as they were growing up. So maybe if you want to just give us a little bit of an idea of what sort of games did you play as you were growing up, what sort of miniatures, were you a painter? Where did you get your sort of your hobby background from?
Yeah, actually, I started at the role-play game. And I was playing nearly the 5-10 years of role-playing game, and then from role-play, I jump on miniatures game. Warhammer, basically, and Warhammer, Hero Quest, and it was nearly 20 years playing war games, and then Infinity appeared, and it was a local game for us here in Spain, and it was a great game for a little grid company, and I fell in love with that. And so by the time I left the role-playing games and getting deeper in war games, miniature games. But as a painter, I'm a disaster, and I try sometimes with my wife, and she paints well, but I'm a mess. Painting it's the worst thing I can do about the hobby.
Right. Okay. Well, you want to see some of my paintings sometime? But it's all about the fun of the experience, not necessarily the results.
Yeah.
So Roadrunner is saying same here, and my wife also. So we're following a similar sort of background.
Yeah.
And just quickly, welcome to Suchdang for joining the channel. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. So I guess then this sort of leads in nicely how, obviously, from what you've just described, that you've been playing Warhammer and then Infinity came out. And of course, you sort of fell in love with those miniatures. How did this then land you a job with Corvus Belli?
Well, it's it's a long story. My wife and me opened a store, and then we got the relation, a more commercial relationship, and I started to program the army, the Infinity web app to build the lists. Corvus Belli offers me to work with them, and of course I signed, and I am very happy. They gave me the opportunity to work in many projects. The first one was Aristeia, and now it became a reality, and we are very proud of our work, our job. And then we are working on new projects.
Right, excellent. But maybe we'll try and tease some of those out of you later on. Okay, so I believe that Aristeia is the first game that you have been involved in a sort of design capacity. Maybe can you tell us a little bit about how the game came about? What were the sort of initial conversations? Of course, Infinity was already out there. It was already doing incredibly well with the hobby community. How then do you go from a sort of sci-fi skirmish game to then suddenly going to a sports sort of themed game?
We were very comfortable because Infinity is a solid game. It's a more than 10 years game, fighting in a very aggressive market, that is the miniature market. And we started working on a project that it's going to become a reality this very late year. And suddenly we found a little problem about the production of this project. But someone, the CEO of the company, Fernando Liste, said, "Hey guys, this is like a team fight, like a MOBA team fight." So we were playing League of Legends. We thought, oh, okay, maybe this could be two teams fighting. It's the 45-minute team fight, last team fight of a MOBA, and yeah, why not? Well, give it a try. And we started to work in that direction. And well, after nearly 1 year of development, we made Aristeia.
Right. So
it's easy to tell, but it was a hard work.
Okay. So just for people who are not familiar with the MOBA phrase, that is multiplayer online battle arena. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when we say that Aristeia is a MOBA style game, we don't mean Aristeia is a game to farm minions and destroy towers and so on. What we mean, we had to say is the Aristeia is like a team fight. It's two teams with 4 characters each, very powerful characters. We wanted a bunch of characters who made awesome things. We wanted the player to have a great time playing the game, not only winning. It's about playing, and we are very glad of the result.
Can you give us an idea? So in this period, because you said you spent a good sort of year or so designing, bringing the game together. What were some of the challenges you had? Were there sort of ideas that were floating around saying, "Oh, I really want to have this included in the game"? Were there ideas that had to get cut out? Give us maybe a little bit of an idea of that sort of year.
Yeah, the very first challenge was to think in a product that could compete in the market, and the first challenge for the company was that Aristeia is the first game Corvus Belli made that is not a war game and is not related to a miniature, metal miniature game. And we knew that the people was going to be very strict about the quality of the miniatures and the sculpture, and we wanted to make a new game, but it had to be inside the Infinity Universe, and it was difficult to find the right path. So many testing sessions, many paths had to be walked back, and then try another, and again and again and again, and some ideas were left. Some are nowadays part of Aristeia. One of the ideas that we have to cut off, it was a concept that we called audience. We can say we have always seen Aristeia like Hunger Games style, this kind of show, like the Running Man, and so. And we thought in that the audience could be an important thing, and the idea it was that when a character made something successful, like an attack or performing an action, and then the character gained points of audience, and then with the audience and these points, the character could buy tactics or equip them. But testing over, we found out that this concept it didn't add anything special to the game, and it was another management to the player, and we cut off, trying to make it simpler.
Yes, that's it. Having sort of spoken to many sort of designers, it's one of the hardest things, isn't it? The balancing of a game and just having the right number of mechanics that makes the game interesting, but not too many that it gets bogged down in rules, and the flow of the game just doesn't feel natural. So I can understand that.
Yeah.
My next question was going to be, where did the name come from? But I think that the chat have been quite happily talking amongst themselves, and they've worked it all out. But maybe you want to give us the official answer for us. So where did the name Aristeia come from?
Well, the name came from the Infinity Universe. In the background of Infinity, it appears this show as the extreme and ultimate sports show in the human sphere, and it's a show in like American Gladiators and Running Man, Hunger Games. It's a show with a lot of violence when people shot at each other. And there's blood and death, and well, not exactly death, because in Infinity, well, the rich people and and privileged don't die, but well, and this is the show where we have to make Aristeia. The name is a Greek word from the writings from I don't want to to mistake, and Iliada, I think, and Aristeia, that in Greek I think that is spelled Aristeia, something like that. It's the that moment where the Greek hero from the side and the opponent Greek hero from the other side look at each other and throw a challenge, and then they battle alone, and all the rest of the army just look at them, waiting for a winner, and that winner decides the battle, and that's on Aristeia.
Right.
That it's a word that it means in Greek. I think that it means also excellence.
Yes, I think that's what Roadrunner is saying. An elite athlete is an Aristeios. Hopefully I'm getting that correct. Right. Snick, who does live in Greece, is correcting me. You see, the channel chat know how badly I do with names. they're very understanding.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So during this design process, you've had all these amazing ideas, and some of these ideas have had to be cut away, which is just part of the sort of design process. Is there an aspect in the game that you were involved in, it was your idea, that you are particularly proud of? Is there one sort of element that you can highlight for us?
The main aspect that we are most glad of is the fact that the game was published at November 2017, and till then, for now, there is no winning team. There is no winning list group of 4 characters that makes you invincible, and we think that this is the best from Aristeia, is the fact that you can play with the 4 characters that you like most, and you may win, you may lose. It depends on your play style and on the kind of player you are, and of course the kind of players that you play against.
Okay, so Super Sarah is just sort of saying, so there's no super sort of cheat team, the one that always wins. It's a very balanced game then.
Yeah. It depends on you.
Okay. Roadrunner saying, huge fun even when losing a game and extremely well balanced. So yes, this is a testament to the game's design.
We're very proud that the most of the games always finished in a very, very tight finish, and the last round and the last roll of the last turn, and the players are tied, and all the roll decides all, and there's a very it's a very thrilling Aristeia game. There are people that told us that playing Aristeia make them to get high. Well, we are very happy from that.
Great, excellent. So then, because there are obviously during the course of this month on the channel, we are doing a focus on Aristeia. I'm painting up the 8-ball character. We've had Super Sarah from the Simeon Collective. She's been painting up Gata. And Pascal has going to be painting up Cosmo. So we're doing quite a lot of focus on the game. But for those viewers who don't know what the game is at all, can you maybe just give us the overview of how the game plays, what type of experience it's going to be for a new player?
The most important thing about Aristeia is that it's a game that you have to give it a try. It's we know that Aristeia is not a game that it sells by itself, only by photographs or pictures. It's not a game that make you fall in love only for aesthetics. But if you give it a try, it may be your game, but it needs to have the opportunity to be played. And Aristeia is a mix between your battle plan. You have to build to make a battle plan. You have to think wisely the way you are going to activate your characters. So you have to know what you want to do, and well, there's a pinch of luck, because the game uses dice, and so the more Euro gamers don't like the luck, but people that is used to sport games appreciate the use of the dice. We give the players tools to manage with the luck. There are the tactics, and it's a game that so there's the luck, but there are players that usually win tournaments, and there are others that don't. So it seems that the luck is not the most important thing about the game.
Yes, because there's a lot of strategy to the game as well, isn't there? As Roadrunner's just saying here, the running order of your 4 characters is often very important.
It's the key. The strategy starts when you are picking your team. The usual way of making teams is with a picking phase, like in a MOBA. So I pick 1 character, you pick 2, then I pick 2, you pick your last one, and I pick my last one. So when you pick a character, I can counter pick with the character that counters yours, or not. Or I may decide to reinforce my battle plan, picking that character that I want you not to have in your team, and then the running order each round is the key. Is really the key. So there are characters more flexible to be activated, and with the tactics is the mix that I was talking about before.
The core game has 8 characters in to start off with, but Corvus Belli have released a number of expansion packs now. I think there's 4 with a 5th one coming out very soon.
Yeah, well, the 5th is now selling.
Oh, right, so it's now available, right?
Yeah, this week.
Oh, that's very timely. Okay, so how many characters in total are available now for players? We're looking at...
By now, there are the 8 from the core and 4 expansions more. So 40 and now 42. 42.
So we got a large number of characters to choose from, but of course each team only gets to select 4. Now each of these characters have sort of special abilities to them, along with a unique deck of cards that go into your sort of tactics deck. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how the unique tactic cards work for the characters?
Well, the tactics are powerful effects, and maybe some of them are more circumstantial, and some of them are more widely useful. But the important thing is the way you select. So you have to think, why am I picking these tactics? There are the tactics from the characters. Sometimes can be used by other allies from the same team, and some tactics are only to be used by the character that brings them. So this is a very important aspect when you are building your team. So you may say some characters are more selfish, and some characters are more teammates. Okay, I can say. And so it's a very important aspect. So when we design the tactics, we take in account this. So there are effects, very powerful effects in the game, but only that character can activate them. And there are effects that are not so powerful, but the fact that each player from my team can play these tactics is what it makes it especially powerful for me, because in my battle plan, this tactic is the key. But maybe for you it's only a tactic mode.
Okay, so as a new player, because I will be doing a live playthrough of Aristeia in 2 weeks' time. So I've got to learn how to play the game. And then I will be welcoming Pascal to actually join me in playing a live game on the channel. So you're going to be helping both of us here. As new players, what should we look out for? What are the things that new players possibly miss or make a mistake of in their first game? How can we be better?
Yeah, because talking about rules, I think that the rule that the new players has to make in their minds is that it's about switches, because it's the rule that maybe the new players most mistake have about. But in general, my advice for new players is have fun. Only play for fun. And it's like a MOBA. This is a game that you can only improve yourself. And playing and playing again, you're going to feel that your play style improves and only improves. So it's only about playing.
Okay. So of all these amazing characters that have been released for the game, do you have a favorite?
Of course, Hexa.
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 Why is she the favorite?
She's my favorite because Hexa is like my child. Well, and my co-designers, Alberto and David Rosillo, we are three nomads, the Infinity faction, and Hexa is our favorite. Well, for Alberto is 8-ball.
Right. Okay.
But Hexa is our special child. Is one of that characters that when we made her, we thought, well, we have made a very special character, and we are very happy. Hexa is my favorite. He's a strong, very high-tempered person. Is with the mask. Is so. She has something magic, and I think that the way she can control it's what it makes her so special. And she's a nomad and from Tunguska, and so, she uses a mask like my avatar V. What can I say?
Right. No, it's great that there is so much sort of love and backstory to these characters, that they take on a personality, a dimension of their own. It's not just a playing piece on a board game. Yeah. So it's really great to hear that.
We create all the characters have a background, and we think about the background and carefully, and there's a secret background that link many more of the characters, and well, maybe someday we can use that background.
Okay. Roadrunner's just mentioning here the tactic of unlimited power is a total game changer. So that sort of leads me on nicely. Favorite tactic cards? Are there any that you have there up on a list on these are the ones that you really enjoy using against your opponent?
I'm the author of some of the more controversial tactics in the game, because I like the when you play a tactic, you can turn the chances, you can turn the game. I like the tactics that it gives you the opportunity to come back when you are losing a game. And so unlimited power is one of my favorite tactics, and maybe the most. And then tabula rasa, and then
so what does tabula rasa do?
Well, it's a tactic that removes all the state tokens from every character, alive or enemy, and it's to clear of the characters. So you have to choose the right moment to play that tactic, and so it's a tactic for a veteran player. But we like to make the tactics in 2 or 3 levels. The first level, there are tactics with a direct effect, other die. So repeat an action, or you have 1 movement point. Okay. The second level are the tactics that offers a synergy between characters and between other tactics. For example, holographic sight from Major Luna, +2 maximum range is a gift to everyone. But you have to think a little about, well, what actions, what attacks, what other tactics could be synergized well with this. Okay, well, and the third level is the level for the pro players. Okay, sometimes we make some tactics for the pro players, for the players we know that play this game usually, and they know well the game, and they know well about of the game elements, the tactics, the profiles, and so sometimes we put Easter eggs, what we call Easter eggs, to be found by these players, and we're very happy when it happens, when we are reading our forums, or we are reading the chats, or we are reading articles in the web, and we find out that a player had discovered this an Easter egg, because has found that this tactic in this moment with this character, and then there's a combo, one more combo, and so.
And so, I mean, these Easter eggs, are they just for you designers that you're aware of how these things work, and so then when they're discovered, you're like, yeah, or do the actual players, are they deliberately looking for them?
And not only tactics, some characters. For example, Tao Wu. Tao Wu is a character that I think that is underrated, and because it's like I don't know how to tell you. There are two ways of basically play the game. There are players that play usually about damage teams, and there are others that play usually control teams. Well, Tao Wu is top of the control teams, because Tao Wu works with the opponent tactics deck, and it's very special because playing with the lack of tactics in your opponent is not easy to make you win. So it's a character for a very special type of player. But whenever a player tells us, "Hey, Tao Wu is my favorite character because he's the most of the," well, that's another Easter egg for us. So if someone come to me and tell me, "Hey, Miyamoto is the best," yeah, I know. everybody everybody playing Aristeia knows that, but only a few can tell you that a character like Tao is so special or so great. So we make characters for everyone. Is the idea that I want to tell.
Great. Pascal's asking, how easy is it to just choose the 4 characters that you like most aesthetically and still have a great game?
It's as easy to pick them and play. Really. Take in count that nowadays there are many people winning, not only playing, winning tournaments with core box characters. So we don't add a new profile to an expansion that it's over the characters from the core box. The core box and the other expansions must be all in the same level. Maybe some people say this is character is better. No, it's this. No, this taboo. No, muter. No, massacre. Okay, that's fine. Because they don't agree. So it depends on the player. But you can choose whatever whoever character you like by aesthetics. Okay, right. You have to concern about who are you playing with. It's important because if you are building a control team and you play against a damage team, well, you have a difficult task in front of you. But it's not impossible. It's not impossible. You only have to learn to play that play style. But whatever. There are a lot of combinations of characters, so teams, that you can play and well, and it depends on your opponent. It depends on the scenario. It depends on the day, the luck of the dice, and there are so many things. So my strong advice is to play whatever you want. Really.
Great. No, that sounds perfect. And again, I suppose that is maybe an Easter egg in its own right, isn't it? Is that as you experiment with the different characters and you find those little combinations that work well, and you go, no, I'm learning here. This is good,
The magic here is that what it works for you, it does not have to work for anybody else.
Right.
So it's so personal, and well, I want to emphasize in the idea that Corvus Belli released a game that the core box is always useful. Okay, this is not a game when you buy the last expansion and then has the best characters of the game and so on. And then the core box is only to start as a starter, and no. You can buy the core box and play only core box, and then you have the same chances of another player to play and win and have fun. But what brings the expansions? Well, new profiles. I mean, Miyamoto is a close combat specialist, and he has a little bit of a scorer. And while Bill is a medium range DPS or shooter, then we have Major Luna, is a long range character. Okay, so then in Human Fate we have Dart. And why Dart? Well, Dart is another way to have a long range character, but she uses another tool that is the poison state, and is of course the hidden state. So it's another way to do the same thing but in another style. So maybe for some people it's the best and the style that fits better with them. There are people who are not. So every expansion is offering the player more specific roles in front of the profiles.
I mean, of course, I ask everybody who comes onto the channel this question, but you by all means, you don't have to answer it. Can you tell us anything about the future of Aristeia? Any upcoming teases?
Of course. We are currently studying the new expansion, the Chemical Brothers, as you all know. And as I was saying, we have the Chemical Brothers that are right now, and then at May we'll have another skin. That is the Full Metal Cosmo skin. It's a new version for Cosmo, and I think that every player that like Cosmo, that we know there are a lot. They like they're fond of this new Cosmos scheme. And then this year we're going to publish the new tactic decks. Sorry, and we're publishing 2 new 10 tactics. 10 standard tactics. You may you're going to make your team and select your tactics. You are going to be able to exchange the 10 standard tactics from the core box for one of these 2 new tactics decks. So it's another tool for the players to define about the play style they want to play.
Right, that sounds good. Pascal's getting all very excited by the idea of a new Cosmo skin.
Know. It's a Cosmo skin was selected by colleague Paul in Twitter and Facebook. If I remember well, it was in the social media. We make a poll. Cosmo, YB, Miyamoto, can't remember well, and Cosmo won. And well, here you are. Here it is. The new Cosmo in a medieval way with a very, 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 very special and very good miniature.
Right.
And big.
And big. Okay. We like that. Well, yeah. Pascal is going to be doing a painting workshop on Monday, where we'll be able to see where he is up to painting Cosmo. So maybe this will give some inspiration for a design for the new version of the Cosmos skin when it is released in the future. So Roadrunner is asking, will both players need the same 10 standard tactics, or can player A have the original and player B have the new deck?
Well, the idea is that each player select the tactics deck that he wants to play. So if you feel watching your opponent's team and watching yours, trying to foresee what is going to happen in this scenario, I may think that the best tactics is the core box, and then you may think that and decide that that is the one of the new. So it doesn't matter. The new tactics decks has been tested to be at the same level as the core box tactics, and there are two more options, but it's not to be played instead of. It's to have two more options to play.
Right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Always sort of expanding and. So, he's asking, will the choice be a secret?
Yeah, the choice will be secret. Yeah, the same way as you are doing now. So, what it happens now is that, as I know that you are playing same general standard tactics like me, there's no secret about this 10. But now there is gonna be another secret. Until you make Milligan or play your first tactic, I'm not going to know nothing about it.
Right. Oh gosh, all these decisions, all this strategy that you've got to keep on top of.
Yeah, it could be a little stressing. That's true.
That's great. Excellent. Okay, well, Jesus, thank you so much for joining us on the channel this evening and explaining all about Aristeia to us. That's been really insightful, and I can't wait to sit down and play the game against Pascal in a couple of weeks' time.
Thanks very much to you for the opportunity to talk about our game that we are very glad of. And I strongly recommend you to give it a try or two and play Aristeia.
Definitely, yes. I hope that many other people get to be introduced to the game and to find its hidden depth and work out, well, what is the best character. Take care and good luck with your future launches.
Same to you.
Okay.
Have a nice day. Night.
That's it. Yeah. Bye for now then.
Goodbye.
And there we go then. So our thanks to co-designer Jesus Fuster for joining us this evening. So thank you, Love Minis, for the cheer. Thank you to Botsy and Such Dang for following the channel. Welcome to you both. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.